Hello, welcome at Po Bordeaux. We are very pleased to welcome you here from France and from Bordeaux. I'm Ludovic Renard. I'm the head of the international office at Sciences Po Bordeaux, and I am with two students from Sciences Po Bordeaux who enrolled 3 years ago and 4 years ago from Helsinki and from Stockholm. Victor and Yuo. So I will shortly present my institution. So Sciences Po Bordeaux is a higher education institution, one of the 10 Institute of Political Studies in France. She usually ranked as the second one in France after Paris due to the number of his students, 2,000 students hosted here at Sciences Po Bordeaux. We have a wide range of master, about 20 masters in Sciences Po Bordeaux. And we also house two internationally recognized research centers, Les Afriques dans le Monde, the oldest and most famous center focusing on Africa in France, and also le Centre Emile Durkheim, which is a center focusing on comparative sociology and political science in collaboration with the University of Bordeaux. So Sciences Po Bordeaux provides a pluridisciplinary approach to education. We deliver a master degree, so our study lasts 5 years here in Bordeaux. The second year for our students is a year abroad as students exchange. We have almost 130 partners all over the world. And one peculiarity of Sciences Po Bordeaux is that we have 10 double degree, 3 at the master level and 7 which combine the bachelor degree and a master degree in several countries in Europe, with Madrid, with Cardiff, with Turin, with Coimbra, with Stuttgart, and also with Morocco in Casablanca, with Kingston in Jamaica, and we have double degree at master level with Bogota, with Moscow, and with Laval in Quebec. And we are also very internationalized because we have a new program, a new master program, totally taught in English, called BIRD, Bordeaux International Relation Degree, in cooperation for the moment with Middlebury College, and more precisely with the Middlebury Institute of International Studies at Monterey. So this is our first master totally taught in English. But we are also very internationalized because we received more than 250 international students per year. So within the double diploma I mentioned, but also as a students exchange. So generally speaking, we are using to say that 20% of our students here in Sciences Po are international students. So we are very internationalized compared with other higher education institutions. We succeed to attract such a growing number of international students because Bordeaux is a very famous and renowned city now all over the world, and one of the most attractive spots in France right now for managers, but also for companies. And because we offer a growing number of courses and classes in English, we created 5 years ago an English track. So we offer the possibility for students to enroll as exchange students for 1 year and to be awarded with a 60 European credit system and to make their scholarship right with their university. So this is I think the presentation I would now over, and I'm ready to answer your questions. And I thank the director of communication from Sciences Po Bordeaux, Jean Petot, who joined us right now. Thank you very much for your attention. So I say hello to Sandrine, Emmanuel, and Lena, my friends from Stockholm and Helsinki. Well, I see that Jonas and Christina joined the conversation. Maybe. Hello, can you offer help to find internship? Yes, we have a very active service here in office here at Sciences Po Bordeaux. Which offer the possibility to find an internship. You have to know that the majority of our master degree here are called professional master. So it means that during the 5th year of the master, the huge majority of our students apply for internship in France. So in Bordeaux, but generally speaking, in France, but are at the international level. So compare with university, you have to know that Institute of Political Studies, but it is the case for Bordeaux, are using to focus on the professionalization of their students. So is it easy to find an internship due to the power of our alumni association also. So Jonas, I hope I answered your question. So Christina, what is the cost for 1 year? For 1 year, it depends. As an exchange student, if we have an agreement with your university, it will be, you won't have to pay any fees due to the agreement we have with your university. If you want to enroll as students to get the degree, the master degree of Sciences Po Bordeaux. So because Christina, if you belong to the European Economic Institution, you will have to pay the same fees that our students. So it is from 0 to 6,000 euro per year, and it depends of the incomes of your family. So it's the same for students or national students for you, and you have to know that maybe 30% of our students don't have to pay any fees, but the rest of the students pay regarding their income, and the maximum for an international students is 6,000 euros per year. Jonas, yes, is it possible for you to do an internship in Sweden? For sure. And even if you enroll within the first year of study here in Sciences Po Bordeaux, you will have the opportunity during your second year to go back in Sweden. Actually, we have 6 agreements with Sweden, with university in Sweden, and so you will have the possibility to spend 1 year during the second year in Sweden, and of course you can do internship. So, Lena, what level do you request, of French do you request? So we ask our students to have a B2 level, but it depends. If the students are exchange students, they can enroll in the English track, and during the year they will they will improve their level of French, their French proficiency, and then they can attend some classes and courses in French during the second year. So you can even come at Sciences Po Bordeaux with no knowledge, no proficiency in French, and get some classes. But if you enroll at traditional students within the first year, so a B2 is necessary. You don't have to pass a language test, but we will ask you, we will request that you approve your level of French. And if you enroll as a first year student here, during the entrance examination, we could organize for the students coming from Finland and Sweden through a specific examination. You will have to go through a written exam in French. It is the same institution as Sciences Po in Paris. Is there any difference? So you have to know that Sciences Po Bordeaux belongs to the family of the Sciences Po in France. We have a very close cooperation with Sciences Po Paris, the same with Grenoble, because Bordeaux and Grenoble are the two linked Sciences Po in France with Paris. It's why each institution has its separate exam for entrance. And we have collaboration at the master level with Sciences Po Paris, but we are autonomous from Sciences Po Paris. So is it the same family? We have close cooperation, but we are each Institute of Political Studies, each Sciences Po in France is separate. Is there any difference? I would say that Bordeaux is the institution which is the closest from Sciences Po Paris due to its huge internationalization. And maybe the number of masters, more than 20. And Sciences Po Paris is in Paris and we are in Bordeaux. So maybe for students who might be appealed by a city which offer an environment, cultural and social environment, very active, but not in a huge city as Paris, maybe Bordeaux is a good choice for this kind of students. Is it possible to follow French classes before starting the academic year? Yes. During the week, the integration week, we offer some French classes. And there is on the campus site during the summer, not Sciences Po Bordeaux, but other institutions could offer French classes during the summer. Yeah, of course. Hello, Julia. So waiting for the question for Julia, maybe I can just explain that Sciences Po, since 5 years, has organized a specific entrance examination with the collaboration with the Institut Français de Finland, and also since 3 years with the Institut Français de Stockholm, a specific examination for the students who have completed their high school in Finland or in Sweden. They have the possibility to pass the examination in Finland and in Stockholm. They don't have to come here at Sciences Po Bordeaux, and it's a specific examination for Swedish or Finnish national students, or maybe binational students, French and Swedish, and French and Finnish. But if they have spent a long time in Finland or in Sweden. Julia, can you tell me more about the program you have with Middlebury? So Julia, it's a new program with Middlebury. So here we have a strong focus on, generally speaking, on international relation. We have several academics working on such topics. So we decided last year to organize a new master in English. This master is led by Professor Dario Battistella, which is a famous academics, maybe the most famous in France, working on theories of international relation. So last year we launched this cooperation with the Middlebury Institute of International Studies at Monterey. So it's a kind of it's a component of Middlebury. Middlebury is located in the Vermont, but now this master program, this graduate program, is in Monterey. Middlebury is a college. We have several students from Middlebury College here in Sciences Po. They are students exchange, but they also took participation to our Conférence de Méthode. And now the first promotion of students from Middlebury, you can ask Juho because he belongs to this promotion, this class of bird. So they will spend last year 1 semester within the Middlebury Institute of International Studies at Monterey. And after, they will defend a thesis here in Sciences Po, and so they complete their Bordeaux International Relation degree here in Sciences Po Bordeaux. Maybe if they want, they can stay for 1 year more to Middlebury to complete and to have a degree from Middlebury. So it's a new program. So we have set this agreement with Middlebury, and we are trying to find another institution to complete and to have a more broader class for this master, which is very appealing among our students, but also among the international students. So maybe Juho, I will give him the talk after I answer your questions, can tell you more about this new master. Lena, could you tell a bit about what kind of job students do after a degree from Sciences Po? So, Lena, you have to know that in the past, Sciences Po and the Institute of Political Studies, generally speaking, were focusing on public service, but this time is over now. So we train manager for public, but for private companies. So right now, 2/3 of our students work in the private sector. And Sciences Po aims, in France, Sciences Po aims to gather all the very good students, not to say outstanding, but very good students from high school, which intend to follow elite, I would say elite study from an elite school, and but without no specialization. So we have we have a pluridisciplinary approach. So we train our students with law, with political science, with languages. 2 languages are mandatory here in Sciences Po. English, but you can also get for Chinese, Arabic, Japanese, Russian, German, Spanish, Italian, and I think I get all the languages. So 2 languages. So it's a pluridisciplinary approach, and when you graduate, you are specialized, and you have a choice among the 20 masters. But even if you are trained in a specific masters, if you professionalize in a master, you have a training which is which allow you to work even in the private or in the public sector. So generally speaking, when you ask the students, when you try to give them some information, and when you ask them, why do you want to go to Sciences Po? During the first year, they say, because I want to be a diplomat or because I want to be a journalist. But after 2 or 3 years, and after years abroad, they change their mind, and so they try to explore different professional vocation. So, but for example, I would say, if you want to be a judge, if you want to work in NGOs, if you want to be head for human resources, if you want to be an academic, to be a teacher, to make a research career, if you want to work with Africa, if you want to be an expert at any level and in different companies, public or sector, you have to come and to follow Sciences Po. Okay. So Lena is back with us. So thank you, Julia, for interest, and you are welcome to go to candidate to run for Middlebury. There is a specific admission procedure for foreign students, and you can get in contact with me, and I will give you all the information you need. So maybe I propose that you and Victor give you their impression here from being students at Sciences Po Bordeaux. Hugo is a 4th year student. He's in the Master Bird. And Victor, Swedish guy, is in the 3rd year of study. He come back from Wien last year. Lena, another question. Thank you. Do you have also training to pass, for example, EU concourse? Yes. So Sciences Po Bordeaux and Bordeaux is known for being a center very efficient to train the future civil servants here in the civil service in France. So, for example, l'ENA or such very top level institution, but we do also have a specific master for carrière administrative, from carrière européenne, and we offer the possibility to train the students for the EU concourse. And for international institution, this is also the case, but you have to know that due to the quota for France for international institution, it is very demanding. But maybe it's an opportunity for international students, not non-national students from France, to get through French education at the at the higher level and to have within the quota of their own country to have a better chance to run and to succeed for this kind of concourse. Okay, so maybe I propose that you give you some information about the life in Bordeaux and his own experience in English, but he can switch into also in Finnish to show you that he is a real Finnish student. And if there is another questions in English for me, I will answer, and after I will give the microphone to Victor.
Right. All right. Hello, my name is Johan, and as Ludovic said, I am a fourth-year student here in Sciences Po Bordeaux. So meaning I'm currently doing my master's in the new master's program called Bordeaux International Relations degree. So it's on, obviously, as the title suggests, it's on international relations. And I enrolled here in 2011, and I started my studies here at Sciences Po in 2012, my first year. And after the first year, I went to Coventry for my exchange year, and then I came back here for my third year, did my finished my bachelor's degree, and now it's the master's degree I'm working on. Now, why I decided to come to Bordeaux was that I was recruited in the in the context of the Finno Bordeaux exchange program, and as I was interested in coming to France, I of course wanted to enroll, and here I am. Now, should you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. And questions concerning studies here or life in general in Bordeaux. Jonas has asked, hello, did you find it difficult to follow the class in French? Initially, yes, a little difficult. But at first it took me some three months perhaps to sort of really get into the really to learn to get into the French way of studying and understanding, sort of developing my competences in French, and really sort of getting into the lectures. But afterwards it becomes quite habitual. It's quite easy actually afterwards. Christina asked, do you like your experience in France so far? Yes, I've been here for like 4 years, so I suppose I've quite liked it so far. Obviously I wouldn't do it if I didn't, and I love Bordeaux. It's a lovely city. It's just as beautiful as they say it is. And there's always something to do, always something going on. It's quite enjoyable that way. And as to the studies, well, they're demanding. They're very demanding. At times they're very stressful as well. But also it teaches you. It sort of teaches you how to cope with heavy workloads. Really gets you into the subjects you're studying. And it's quite enjoyable. Did you take French classes before you came? I I had studied French in school for 7 or so years, and I did, just before I started my first academic year, I did an intensive course in French in Montpellier. But beyond that, I did not really do any supplementary French classes. Did you have time to travel a bit? Well, 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 it depends. For Christmas holidays, I usually go home, and during the Erasmus year, obviously, there's plenty of time to go around Europe and go around the the country you've chosen. But here, whilst you're studying in Bordeaux, the vacations usually go in catching up with work. But sure, there's some time to do a little bit of traveling as well. But mostly I spend my holidays here in Bordeaux, or then just go home. Any other questions? Do you find that the degree prepares you to work abroad as well? Yes, definitely. I finished. I'm a Finn, so my mother tongue is right. Like if you want to go back to work in your home country, I do think so. It gives you the university focused on French politics. Obviously, it prepares you linguistically. You learn to I've had the chance to develop my English skills. Most definitely, I've developed my French skills. So linguistically, it's a blast. Yes, I do think it prepares me for different tasks in my home country. So you get cultural skills, you learn to interact with different people from different cultures. As Ludovic said already, it's a very international school. The first and certainly the 3 first years do concentrate on the French politics and the French administration and the French context. But that is not to say it's all about France. So also about general knowledge and general theories. And now I am doing a master's on international relations, which most definitely is preparing me for different tasks, especially since it's a completely Anglophone master's. So it doesn't really. It has a very international focus in it. So yes, I'd say that my degree is definitely preparing me for work in abroad as well as in Finland. Any other questions? You're very welcome. All right, I'm being asked to speak in Finnish, so most definitely, if there's someone actually, I don't know, I can't see your nationality, so if there's someone Finnish, I'd be more than happy to answer questions in Finnish as well. sama suomeksi, jos on tosiaan suomalaisia, niin voitte myös kysyä kysymyksiä toki suomeksi. Vastaan ihan mielellään kotikielelläkin. Perhaps it's a very international crew or crowd. All right. If there's no more questions, I'll pass the mic. Yeah, it's mostly Swedish people, right? I'll pass the mic to Victor. He's from Stockholm, I suppose, and he's in his third year right now.
Right, thank you, Juha. And it's my turn then, as I've been introduced twice already. I'm just going to restate the facts really quickly. I'm Victor, I'm from Stockholm. And I started here 3 years ago. So this is my third year, the last year in my bachelor's. And as Juha, I did the entrance exam in Stockholm with a written exam and then an interview at the embassy. So I will be happy to answer any questions you have, either in English or in Swedish. Maybe you, Julia, since you're Swedish. Because otherwise I can also... we have another question in Finnish here that we maybe could take.
Terve Emppu. On kyllä ihan tykännyt, että tosiaan 4 vuotta mennään, niin kai tästä on jonkun verran tykättävä tai muutenhan tämä olisi vähän vaikeata. Täällä on kyllä ihan mukava opiskella, tai siis se on varsin erilaista ilmeisesti Suomessa. Täällä ei ole samalla tavalla akateemista vapautta ja niin tämä rytmi on vähän erilainen. Suomessa se on vissiin vähän keskittyy enemmän noihin itsenäiseen työskentelyyn ja omaan rytmiin, mutta täällä mennään tiukasti aikataulun mukaan. Mutta vaikka opiskelutahti tuppaa ole aika kiivas, niin, täällä on kumminkin ihan kiva opiskella, että se palkitsee kumminkin se tahti ja oppii paljon ja näkee paljon. Ja, tietysti sitten myös elämä koulun ulkopuolella on aika jees, että Bordeaux on niin todella jees paikka asua. Aina sattuu ja tapahtuu jotain. Ja, aivan erityisesti tietysti tykkään myös siitä tosiasiasta, että täällä on paljon ulkomaalaisia ja paljon kansainvälisiä opiskelijoita, niin se tuo tähän semmoisen hyvän kansainvälisen tunnelman. Yes. Kiitos kysymyksestä. Mä annan nämä Victorille takaisin.
Okej, Julia. Det är en lång historia, för tidigare så var jag i Frankrike under andra året på gymnasiet och lärde mig franska bara. Och redan då så fick jag höra talas om Sciences Po som system i allmänhet, för att det har en särskild status i Frankrike ändå. Det är väldigt välrespekterat. Men just Sciences Po Bordeaux var så enkelt att Ludovic, som introducerade oss tidigare, kom och pratade på mitt gymnasium helt enkelt och berättade om hur det var att söka, om hur det var i skolan helt enkelt. Så att jag drog nytta av möjligheten att göra provet i Stockholm helt enkelt, för att annars är det ganska strikt att man ska åka till Bordeaux och göra det i en sal under flera timmar, utan vad jag gjorde då, och jag antar att det är samma procedur nu, var att vi hade ett skriftligt prov om ett tema som var aktuellt då, ett politiskt tema som vi skrev, och sen var det en längre intervju på franska ambassaden med representanter från skolan också. Så det är ändå bra, för att skillnaden mellan franska sättet att göra prov och det svenska sättet är ändå enorm. Att man har väldigt strukturerade texter i Frankrike och att man lägger väldigt, väldigt stor vikt vid formen. Så att är man inte van vid det systemet, vilket jag inte var, så är det ändå en stor hjälp att kunna göra det mer enligt våra traditioner, om du förstår vad jag menar. Och annars så kan jag prata lite mer om nivån på franska till exempel, för att jag pratade mer eller mindre franska innan jag kom, så jag har inte tagit några extra kurser eller så, men en B2-nivå räcker verkligen. Det är svårt i början med en B2-nivå, men det går utan tvekan. Det är snarare formen på lektionerna som man behöver vänja sig vid än språket egentligen. Och det gör man efter någon månad. Sådär. And we have yet another question in Finnish. Yeah, sure thing. So how I prepared for the entrance exam, to be completely honest, I didn't really, because it's more on on all the competences you have, so you can't really study for it in that sense. And anyway, even the French exam is on a subject that you don't know before, so it's on how you answer questions more than what you actually answer. It's test your general knowledge on subjects. For example, I had my written exam was on the marriage for homosexuals, since it was a big subject at the time, and we were to write a written test on that. And then the interview were basic questions on my motivations, what I had done, and all in French, to see that I spoke French, but also to see they pressure you a bit, so you can't answer right on all questions, and it's also how you answer that and how you handle not being able to answer. Yeah, that's about the entrance exam. So if we have no more questions, generally in English or for me in Swedish, maybe we should take the last one in Finnish.
Sure. To answer Empo's question that she asked earlier, how has my French skills developed? I'd say that if I correctly understood what Victor just said, it's always difficult at the beginning of the year and at the beginning, but as you are obliged to speak in French, to produce texts in French, and you're immersed in the French language, you almost by naturally start developing your French skills, because there's absolutely no way forward but through developing your French skills. So it sort of takes a little time, but it gets easier gradually. Did I take French classes at Sciences Po on top of the regular classes. If you mean by regular classes the sort of ordinary French classes that we have, that is to say, all the foreign students do take French classes as a part of their curriculum here in Sciences Po throughout the studies, the 5-year studies. I haven't taken any sort of supplementary classes. I trust that sort of socializing with the French students and attending the normal classes that you might have in French and that you do have in French during the first 3 years is quite sufficient to properly develop your French skills. Sort of oh, right, cannot connect. Please check your internet connection and try again. That's our cue, I suppose. And we're back after some technical difficulties. Jonas, you're welcome. All right, any other questions, either to me or Victor? In any 3 of the languages? Okay. All right, thank you all.
Well, I just want to warmly thank Victor and you for their contributions. So now let's see you in Bordeaux, I hope. Goodbye to Lena, Sandrine, and Emmanuel. And thank you very much for your collaboration. Goodbye.